There. I just wanted to go over a little bit more about this month's challenge and make sure that everybody has a clear understanding on how it works and that this is a great baby step to move forward in January to try to start to shift some habits that you might have. So, the first thing that you'll note on the challenge sheet, which should have been emailed out to everybody, if you didn't get one or pick one up today in person, let me know and I'll get you one right away. But they are posted on my Facebook page and you should have received them in an email. So, number one on here is to select one thing you want to shift. And I already got some feedback this morning that some folks didn't even know what to pick. And so I want to remind you to pick something really simple, something that is not going to be rocket science for you, not the big bad thing that you beat yourself up on all the time, that you should all over yourself about, but something that you feel like is very doable for you. The reason for that is because coming out the gate this January, I want you to be successful. I want you to tackle something that you really feel like it's possible to change with enough repetitions. And I want you to understand that it doesn't matter what you're trying to shift on, that it's just a matter of intention and repetition for every single thing, every single time. So once you've selected that one thing, you create an affirmation. And I've emailing again, but I have emailed you a list of baby step affirmations like I am open to, I am beginning to, I'm willing to. Because if you use an affirmation and just say I am, often that does not work because you don't believe it. Then the third thing is an action that supports that affirmation. So if you're trying to stay better hydrated, your action would be to drink a certain amount of water every day. If you are trying to move more, an action would be to take the stairs instead of the elevator. Small things, tiny things, not hard things. Again, we want you to be successful. Then the next tip basically I have for you is using that 20-second rule that that is talked about in the happiness advantage. And that rule is making a habit 20 seconds harder or 20 seconds easier. Moving the cookies, putting them way up high where you have to drag a chair over, climb onto the counter, and then reach into the very top cupboard to get the cookies down. That's one of my favorites. Or make it easier. Sleep in your workout clothes. Take your workout clothes with you to work and put them on. So when you leave, you're not tempted to go home or you don't have to go home. Anything you can think of to do to make something 20 seconds harder or 20 seconds easier will help you. And then the last thing, and this is important because if you want to shift, you have to change the way you think. You have to get in there and change your operating system. And that's what this last piece is about. And that is listen to something for 15 minutes a day. You don't have to read it. You can do Audible or a YouTube video. I've given you a list of suggested authors and titles that I know are very designed for beginners and or somebody who's been in this game for a while and are very instrumental in helping you start to rewrite the tapes that are playing in your head, because you've got to get rid of the old information and solidify the new information, and that's what that's about. So in order to complete the challenge, you're going to fill out this sheet. You're going to go through these steps, list your name, the thing you'd like to shift, what you aspire to, how you're affirming it, and then the actions that you'll take. And then on the second sheet, now this is where it gets a little bit easier because as always, I've given you the opportunity to just do 3 things each day. Look at your affirmation, complete at least one of your actions, use the 20-second rule or 15 minutes of reading a book. So you don't have to do everything every day. Again, the whole object here is for you to win. And then at the bottom of that page, I've listed some of those book references. And then also there's a signature line because I do actually want you to sign that. So at the end of the month, you're going to turn these 2 pages into me in order to get your discount. And so what can you win this month? Well, if you do all 15 days in this challenge, you get 20% off your next package. If you do 10 days, you get 10% off your next package, but turn it in even if you've done less than 10 days because you get that percentage. If you did it one day, you still get 1%. I mean, why not take it? You should. So, hopefully, this has been helpful to those of you who have been struggling a little bit. There's still 20 days left of the challenge. That would be 20% off, or excuse me, 10 days left in the challenge. That would be 10% off if you have not yet started it. That's worthwhile. So, I really want you to do this. And if you like this, we may do the same thing next month and pick something different, or maybe work on the same thing again if you haven't been successful. Hit me up if you have questions. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe below. And I'll talk to you soon, and we'll all shift together.